time now for Coming In Hot with Brent Wallace and former Ottawa Senator Jason York.
Happy training camp eve, everybody. Brent Wallace alongside Jason York and Graeme Nichols. Welcome back to the show. If you are joining the chat, feel free to join us. Let us know where you're joining from. It's always interesting to read the comments. And besides, Yorkie doesn't know how to read the comments, so don't worry about saying hi to Yorkie. Always this show brought to you by Bet365. Gentlemen, nice to see you today.
Nice to see you too, Wally. Yeah, Camp Eve. Was the night before Senators camp. Is that where we're going with this show today, Wally?
Well, now that you should have done a poem. Like you could have done something today to prep for the show. Tomorrow, though, is the dull part, or it's the pain in the ass for the players, because it's right the car wash, which means they got to go to multiple interviews. They got to do all those shots you see for TSN and Sportsnet going into commercial breaks. They got to do all their testing, whether it's eyes and ears, nose.
Yeah, listen, testing, you never know what could happen. Did I ever tell you the story when I went for camp testing in Nashville? What happened?
I can't remember. I don't always listen to you.
So, because you train all summer and you're in great shape and you don't expect anything bad to happen. I went to Nashville's camp. It was my second year there. I got traded there. Next year, work out all summer, feel great. Show up for camp. First thing, I'm like, because you're there. It's like, how do you describe this? You guys know what it's like. There's like, you got to get an eye test. You got to pee in the bottle. You got to get some needles. You got to get blood, everything, and then you got to do strength testing and everything. So I'm like checking out the lines. Okay, I'm gonna do eye doctor first. So go over see the eye doc. Lie on the table, dilates your pupils, looks in my eye. He's like, "You've got a torn retina." I'm like, "What?" Pardon? And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You got to have surgery right away." I'm like, "What?" So training camp, first day, Nashville. I literally on the table, get off. And this is the difference, like in like when you're obviously an NHL player, you get things a little quicker. They took me directly to the hospital, and I got surgery within an hour. It was crazy.
Really?
Eye surgery is weird.
Yeah. So I'm not an eye doctor. I don't know and I don't know really anything about eyes. Although our family is full of opticians on my wife's side. Is detached retina like painful? Like, how do you not? It sounds like you should know this.
I didn't know I had it. They basically dilate and you can look both ways. And he's like, "Yeah, you got it." He goes, "You must have got really." I go, "How'd this happen?" He goes, "You take any hard hits lately?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, of course. Like last year, obviously you got hit. You're in the NHL." So he goes, "You must have did it and not known it." So look at the side of my eye here, Wally. See when I look over like this?
I can't. This isn't like I'm on a
like
laptop.
Well, I'll just look closely. There. Anyhow, I've got a little thing in my eye. It's called a buckle. That kind of it's there as like a to make sure your eye doesn't fall apart. I guess. So,
really?
Yeah. So I went and got surgery, and I ended up missing all of training camp. All of exhibition. When you have retinal surgery, you've got to lie on your back for, I think it was for the first 5 or 6 days. You basically lie on your back and stay still because your eyes got to reset, and you can only get up to go to the bathroom and eat. That's it. So it was crazy. I missed all camp, all exhibition, came back, practiced twice, and played the home opener. I didn't miss a game.
Post surgery, Yorkie, did you feel better though? Was there a noticeable difference?
Hold on. Somebody just wrote, "That's why I can't see the comments." Exactly. Was there a noticeable difference in my eye?
Yeah, just like different feeling.
No, it was
different vision.
You don't even know you have it. But here's the trick. Here's what's bad about it. If you play, you could go blind in that eye. If you tear it some, if you tear it some more, you could lose your sight. So that's why they're like, right away, you're going to have surgery. So anyway, I came back, played with the full bubble, for like the first, the comments are flying in now. So I had a full bubble on for like the first 2 months of the season. And this is So 2 months later, I'm in practice, and that's when the dum-dum on my team runs into me in practice. Like a month and a half later, same side of my face gets caved in, break the cheek, the orbital bone, and the jaw. And the first thing that's going to my mind is, how's my eye? And I don't care that my face is caved in. I'm like, is that eye okay? And says, yeah, eye's fine. But everything else in your face is broken. We got to put that back together. So back
Who
to a
caved in your face?
Like, I think I played like 72 games that year, and I think for 50 of them I wore a full bubble. Like, it was crazy. I actually came back after the face thing and played the playoffs. But yeah, it was. That's the thing. So in training camp, like, who knows? You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen in those tests, Wally.
Who caved in your face?
Denis Arkhipov, big Russian.
Yeah.
He was just a dum-dum. He had his head down in practice. We were doing a 2-on-2. He did a little 2-on-2 cross. Me and my partner broke it up, chemo teaming it, and I just went and poked the puck away to stop the drill. Arkipov's got his head down, goes helmet first into the side of my head, and now I'm on the ice. All you could hear in the arena in Nashville was just bang, and it was his helmet hitting my head. I went down, and everybody came over like, oh, whoa, that's pretty bad. Like, basically, my face was completely caved in. And ambulance, same thing. It was just like training camp, directly back to surgery. So right from the rink in my gear, I had to take my gear off in the ambulance, and then I got to the rink. Again, the beauties of being a professional athlete, you get surgery right away. So I was in there getting another surgery. I had like 3 surgeries in within an 8-month period that year, Wally. I had like the shoulder surgery in April before camp. And yeah, it was a surgery.
Wow. Yeah. One of the final comments, only one eye in Yorkie, better with 2.
Yeah. So anyhow, like, who knows? Hopefully everything goes well at testing for the Sens. Maybe there's a torn retina or something. You never know.
No. So, remember Jean-Gabriel Pajot doing the beep test. It was the beep test, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I think he was just warming up for it, if I'm not mistaken. But he blew out his Achilles tendon
in the beep test.
Yeah.
Oh man,
like that's because the cross. It's the 4 crosses, or sorry, like the 4 hurdles. I don't think it's the beep test where you go side to side, up and back.
Yeah. Beep test is you got to run, you got to go up, back.
It's not it was not the beep test, but anyway.
Side to side shuffle.
Yeah. So that's not a bonus. That's for sure. Anyway, there have been a couple of injuries at training camp. So tomorrow is all the physicals and all that stuff and headshots. And first day on the ice is Thursday. Training camp roster out today, 52 players, 5 goalies, 17 defensemen, 30 forwards. None of them really a surprise. Like the 5 goalies, not a big deal. No PTOs, which I like. Graeme, I can't remember if you were at the golf tournament. Steve
the Murray Pam throwaway question right at the end.
And I think he said yes.
He said, I wouldn't be surprised. What was his exact phrase? I wouldn't be surprised, I think, is what he said.
So, and then anyway, there is no PTOs. It does show like they don't have a lot of time. 6 preseason games. We kind of know the roster, right?
They don't have a lot of spots. Like there's nothing up for grabs on the NHL roster, right? So
not really. They're like, we can get to Carter Yakemchuk in a sec, or a 7th D or whatever, but they have 7 contracts. Nick Jensen's obviously the interesting one, where he stands. They don't have to list him on IR right now because you're starting camp and there's no reason to put him there or injured or any of that stuff. So we'll find out Thursday if he's skating, but I don't know if he will be. What do you think? Like, Yorkie, do you think he skates and maybe just doesn't do contact drills, or does he just kind of not?
Jensen, has he been skating though? Has he been skating?
Just on Instagram.
Yeah. Like, and as far as I know, he's been skating here in Ottawa.
Yeah, tough for me to say because I don't know what he's doing right now. But based on what we had from him, we had him on the pod. Like that wasn't that long ago. Like there's a whole process he's going through, like where like they're going through the muscle there and to reattach some things. Yeah, I probably, maybe skating on. I don't know. Like it's tough to say. Like I would say probably not the start. It sounds like he's coming back in from everything. Like when you read between the tea leaves here, like you're thinking maybe November.
Well, they finally have admitted it was hip resurfacing, as he told, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and remember when Nick told us too, he's like, we want to make sure that I'm as close as if not 100% to start, because it's a pretty major surgery and something you come back from. You just don't want to come back too early because it's a pretty major surgery.
I feel like
you want to avoid those Travis Green training camp days, right?
But it is. I will say this: it is like training camp does help you a lot. You get the cobwebs out, and like I remember when I missed that year, I missed all of training camp. Like I felt terrible when I came back. Even Barry Trotz came up to me. He's like, "What's wrong with you?" This was like 2 weeks later, and he goes, "I'm like, well, I missed all the camp, Trotz. So give me a break." He's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." So,
like you would know, like a lot of players, if you miss training camp, you struggle sometimes to be healthy through the year.
Yeah,
there's a lot of guys that suffer early injuries because they don't go through training camp.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of guys that strain and pull groins during training camp. But in saying that, training camp, it's so much shorter. Guys are just skating so much more now in the summer too. Like the guys are much more prepared. It all depends too. Like Jensen's a guy that's in great shape to begin with too. So you know how he is. He's such a hard worker. He's in the gym all the time. I don't anticipate him having that much, like when he does get back on the ice full time, that it's going to be that big of a timeline that until he's ready.
So Jensen notwithstanding, who else are you guys excited to see?
Excited to see?
Yeah, like first day of skating on Thursday. Like who are you excited to watch?
On the first day.
You don't care? No. You don't want to see like how guys
I want to see how they look on the last day of training camp in the last preseason game. That's what I like.
Play the
that
game,
first
Brent.
day of training
Jesus.
camp is just skating around. It's like, hey, and then Travis puts them through their little skate test. It's not much. That's why I'm like, and we put all these lines together and everybody gets excited. And all of a sudden that Carter Yakemchuk's with Jake Sanderson, like, oh my God, he's going to start the year. And everything gets moved by then. That's why. That's why I don't get too excited day one.
Even training camp, it's tough to get excited with the exhibition games because they're not real. Like it's a different pace. You're playing against rookies. It's so many people get fooled.
Bobby Butler.
Hockey people included. You just get fooled by exhibition. It's totally different from the regular season. In saying that, I'm still excited to see, for me to answer your question, Graeme, Yakemchuk come to see how he does an exhibition this year.
Yes.
He's the one guy, because everything else is pretty well set. Maybe that 13th, 14th forward position, who's going to be there? But Yakemchuk to me is the big one because there's an opportunity. Did you have a chance
to watch him? Did you have a chance to watch him on the weekend?
Yeah, I watched some of the clips. Again, those games aren't. You got so many players that aren't pros out there. Like you're not competing against real NHL competition. But I am obviously, who is not impressed by a big guy that has hands and patience and a brain like that? Like his skill set's very impressive. I want to see it again against NHL competition, which is So,
and that was the big takeaway for me. It was just watching him and like Stephen Halliday both look noticeably faster than I've seen them in the past. So, but I mean, again, like you mentioned this offhand, like it is relative competition, right? When you're competing against like junior age guys, amateur tryouts, it's it could be one of those things. But yeah, like Yakemchuk and Halliday especially are two guys that I'm looking forward to watching.
So looking at the roster, I'm just thinking out loud here. Is there an open forward spot up for grabs as an extra forward?
I would just say the 13th.
Yeah, who's penciled in right now?
But
nobody's sharpied in right now in permanent marker as that 13 forward, right?
No,
it's kind of for grabs.
Yeah, I don't know who would be competing with like Arthur Kaliev.
There's nobody else.
13 forward.
Yeah,
Halliday. Like depends. Do you need a center or a winger? No.
Yeah. I don't know. There's nobody really knocking on the door. I think like Halliday will eventually get a recall at some point when they lose a skill guy, but I don't think maybe McEwen.
What if
McEwen,
I was going to say, what if they need Zach McEwen at some point? You know who looked good, and I know the level of competition that we just saw. Xavier Bourgault, I thought was actually fairly good in his games.
He was buzzing,
right? Like there are some guys. I don't know much about Lixell, depending on how you say his name, Ollie Lixell. Not sure, maybe. But it depends what you need.
Yeah, Pedersen
and
had moments during the tournament as well. Yeah.
So you'd have to think if Kaliev comes in and has a good camp and impresses here, like he would be the front runner for that spot right now. If we're gonna even call it a front runner right now.
Yeah.
You guys are feeling it?
Oh, I'd say, or McEwen. I get like McEwen obviously fills a void that they don't really have, just with
for sure
willingness to drop the mitts. But yeah, it's I don't know. They have a bunch of different options, right? Like that. I guess that's the one kind of unique part is that they're all like you look at all those players on that list who are kind of bubble guys. Like they're all totally different skill sets.
Did you say it's the one unique thing they have? Yeah, and unique's there as well.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, that's
over.
That's terrible.
You need the drum roll.
Fucking terrible
Soundboard.
That's like a Wally joke right there. I'm better than that, Graham. I'm better than that.
That's all right. It's all right. I liked it.
But Graham, back to your point about Carter Yakemchuk. He has to be good in training camp or preseason, I should say, because he doesn't have the buffer to be on. Like he has to work himself into that roster as opposed to play himself off it. So I'm excited to see what Carter Yakemchuk can do because of that. He has. I don't.
Do you really buy into the idea that they're going to give him every opportunity to win a spot? Like,
yes,
I don't know. You do?
Yes.
You think there's?
Yes, I do.
Actually,
and the reason I believe that is because like Nick Matenpalo's contract is not massive, and neither is Jordan Spence. One, they have the flexibility to keep guys up on the roster, and two, and if Nick Jensen again is on IR, that allows them the flexibility to add another guy. I just think they want to see everything he can do under the amount of pressure, and there's a chance that Carter Yakemchuk can make that team. I think it's a complete outside chance. I think it's like
think they're going to carry 8D.
Well, if he's playing well enough, I think they do. Yeah, I think they have the flexibility to do that. Why wouldn't you let him see if he's as good as he is in the preseason as he is in like game 1 or game 2, then you give him a shot, do you not?
Let's throw up the depth chart again, Jake, so we can see the D again. I need to see things, Wally. It's kind of like when I was
roster or this.
The lineup is kind of like when I was in the NHL. I always used to have to go like third in line because the drills, you need to see things. Yeah, I think Wally. I think because of the Jensen injury, like Sens could start the season and he's their 7th D, and depending on who does what in camp, he's going to get some games. Like I don't know who else is going into that spot in that 7th.
So here's a question: if Carter Yakemchuk is on the roster or in the final game of the preseason, who's his defense partner?
Yeah. Well, here I'll put it to you this way: the left side is completely set. With Clevin has the ability to play the right side as well. So Sanderson, Shabbat, Clevin, none of those guys are coming out of the lineup, and neither is Zub. So Spence, depending on how he does in camp, I'm anticipating he's going to do really well, and I'm anticipating Matenpalo is going to do really well. It's going to be all dependent on if Yakemchuk comes out guns and blazes, and he's got to come in and kick the door down. Kick the door down.
Yes. He's got to make them put him on the roster.
Yeah, he's got to do like what a guy does, like first day when you get sent to jail. Like you got to go in there and just friggin', you got to announce your presence, just like do something like smash. That's how
Clark MacArthur got concussed, Yorkie.
Go nuts. But he's got to do it the way he does it. Like he's got to show his skill set. He's got to just be it's got to be kind of something they don't have, which when you really think about it on that right side, like Zub's just a good, dependable defenseman. Jensen's a good, dependable defenseman. And from what I know of Jordan Spence, he's a good two-way. Like he could be, it's just, you got to find, sorry, go ahead.
If you have the option of putting him with Tyler Clevin, I don't mind that necessarily.
Yeah, but we chatted last year, and I know it's a different season. Matt and Pello and Clevin were so good in the playoffs. Like they got some chemistry going. You can't disregard what Matt and Pello did last year. Like he made some really big steps. He plays with a ton of confidence. He's been through the NHL once. He knows what to expect. And again, he can play limited minutes and be effective. One of the toughest things about coming from junior as a high pick and then transitioning to the NHL, guys have a hard time playing 10, 12, even 14, 16 minutes because their body clock is used to playing 20 plus minutes. It's really hard for D because you don't get into the game as much if you sit on the bench for long periods of time. So the question is, like, if he plays, like it's like last year at training camp, he played really well because he was on the ice all the time. Obviously, he's a good player and he's got the skill set and everything, but he was playing all the time. So if you've got Shabbat, you've got Sanderson, you've got Zub, you've got Clevin, I don't see Yakemchuk playing over 15 minutes a night. I just don't. Unless he comes in and absolutely kicks the door,
okay.
which he could, but we'll have to wait and see, and then they'll have some tough decisions to make.
But let me put it to you this way, then, people, and you should know this better than any, or certainly on this panel, is practicing in the NHL is almost as good as playing sometimes more games or more time in a lower tier league. So you're going to be around NHL players. You're going to be around. You're going to get 15 minutes a night. You're going to develop your game. Like, well, if he's the same as Nick Matt-Palo, does he win that spot? Because we already know what Nick Matt-Palo is, and we don't know what Carter Yakemchuk's ceiling is.
Well, it's a massive adjustment defending in the NHL, and he's going to have to learn how to defend in the NHL. And the best place to do that is in the American League. Like people don't understand how big of a jump it is from junior to the NHL. Yeah, on the power play, when you got time and space, it's handling forwards down low in your own zone. I've got Sidney Crosby and I got to contain him down low. It's, can I defend? Can I gap up? Like the other stuff, I'm not worried about that. And I'm not even worried about defensively. In time, that will come. It's just going to be how quickly does it happen right now? Where is he at defensively? Like, well, that's all going to play themselves out. Like he's going to be a good NHL player. It's just, you need to practice the pro game. So the American League is where you do that, not in the NHL, but we'll see. Like his best skill sets on the power play.
Mm-hmm. Steos has, like, if we look historically, right? Like Tyler Clevin's a perfect example of a guy who is probably NHL ready, could play games consistently. And like they left him for an entire year down in Belleville, brought up guys who are probably less deserving to come up than him.
Look how good he is now.
Yeah, he thrived last year down the stretch. So
yeah,
I could see it. I could see it going both ways. I think like you guys mentioned, I think everything's kind of predicated on like how healthy Nick Jensen is, and if he is not able to start the season, then I think that creates the opening that a Yakemchuk might need to get in the lineup. Well, but otherwise, I think playing first line, top minutes, first pairing minutes, I should say, down in the AHL, that's not going to hurt his development at all. And
it's tough to play. It's going to be tougher in the AHL for him too. Like that's not rookie camp players you're playing against. Like it's
guys playing for alimony.
Guys paying. But I would say he's got a better chance of staying with Ottawa. If either
that's from David Bell yesterday in the show.
If Shabbat or Sanderson get banged up in camp, there's your power play 1 and your power play 2 guys out, and Yakemchuk would be the next guy to step in and run your power play. So if something happens, when they get banged up, that's when you go, okay, let's get Yakemchuk some PP minutes here.
Well, and I'd like to point out as we move on here, and Janny actually made the comment in the chat, is what a pleasant surprise it is to be able to have this conversation where you have the option of what to do with Carter Yakemchuk. That wasn't always the case here.
No.
No.
So
it's a stark contrast from last year. It's amazing what's happening in here.
I will take the problem. Okay. This show brought to you by Simply Spiked, gathering with friends about creating memories. And you want those moments to last forever hanging out with Yorkie. Enjoy every juice drop all season long with Simply Spiked, available in 3 delicious flavors. The OG Summer Classic. Simply Spiked Lemonade is always a favorite. Try a sweet and juicy sip with Simply Spiked Peach, or check out the newest flavor. The Simply Spiked lineup is Simply Spiked Limeade, perfectly sweet and tart. Don't know which one to try? Cherry Limeade or Blackberry Limeade? Why not all of them with the Simply Spiked Variety Pack? Graeme, have you tried any?
I have not yet. No.
Okay. These juice beverages are 5% alcohol, contain real fruit juice, and are perfect with as a refreshing drink. Simply Spiked pairs perfectly with any occasion, hang out with friends, backyard bonfires, and more. Simply Spiked launched in Canada in 2023 and has been bringing the juiciness since. Pick up Simply Spiked at your local LCBO store for your next hangout. Visit simplyspiked.ca. Must be legal drinking age. Celebrate responsibly as we toast to the new season of Sens hockey. And of course, by Shoeless Joe's, who have deals and not on here. You know, I found out yesterday as I was at Shoeless Joe's, Monday night is fish and chips night. And that might be my favorite. So today's Tuesday. What's Tuesday, Yorkie?
It's wing night. Well, I didn't know you were a fish and chips guy, you old sailor, you. But what? By the way, what movie is that from, Graeme?
Oh God, I don't know. Probably something from the 80s.
You old motorboating sailor, you.
Could be
from Wedding.
It's
from Wedding Crashers.
Okay, we got it. Okay, Big Burger Energy Wednesday. Burgers that's starting at $10. They're massive. Also, Thursday is half price wings and $10 flatbreads. Caesars on Sunday. They're $6, and of course, any game day the Canadian team is on. The buds are $9 all game long. Shoeless Joe's, daily deals, big flavors, good time on repeat. And of course, we'll take this opportunity at this point in time of the show to say we are live Thursday on the Shed Wi-Fi from Shoeless Joe's in Orleans. Join us. We'll do a full show there and get you set for, well, I guess that'll be Thursday Night Football. Now, if you show up and you fill out a ballot, you have a chance to win a Sens jersey. I believe it's Claude Giroux. You have a chance to win NFL jerseys. Josh Allen and Tua Tagovailoa, I believe, because it's the Dolphins playing the Bills. We're giving away Sens tickets and Red Blacks tickets, Black Bear tickets, and much more. Well, maybe, you know what? We'll give away Yorkie's mug. So
Wally's also giving away free hugs. So make sure you get one of those too.
Free, you know what? I have also tried to commandeer Lisa to show up to help out. We'll see if she joins the show.
Nice.
So 444 Innis Road in Orleans. Join us, Shoeless Joe's, where they are excited to have us, and we are happy to go. Oh, also, if you want, make reservations on the website, shoelessjoes.ca. We are sitting directly in front of the bar. If there's a layout for you to pick which seats, just letting you know that we are right in front of the bar for you. We're going to try to be so everybody can at least see us, or at least see Yorkie. Okay.
All right.
Now here's my question.
Wally.
All right, I'm excited.
What do you? Okay. What's your
Not
question?
that you'll help set up, but I'm excited. Okay, as we go into camp, there are 6 players aged 30 and over. So you got Nick Cousins, David Perron, Claude Giroux, Linus Ullmark, Nick Jensen, and Lars Eller. Which one of those 6 players is your biggest question mark going into camp, or has the most to prove going into camp? Which one of those 6 players, 30 and over, is the biggest question mark going into camp?
Let's start with Graeme. Graeme, I'm fascinated to find out, because Hamonic is gone. Who are you picking on this year?
I'm going to say I'm not picking on anyone. I never pick on anyone.
Wow.
Picking on means it's undeserved. And yeah.
Hammer deserved it?
Hammer deserved it. Yeah. No, I'm going to say Linus Ullmark. I just because he plays the most important position, He hasn't played more than 50 games in a season. There's always going to be the questions about his postseason performance, whether it was good enough. I think he was fine based off the context of the goals that went in and stuff. But I think for me, like, you know, you're bringing in a young goaltender behind him in Levi Marilainen. So he's going to be expected to carry the torch, run with it, and build a relationship. And that's kind of like the unique dynamic that the Senators haven't gone through in quite some time. Like, Yorkie, like, when's the last time you remember the Senators running like a veteran goaltender with a young guy behind him? It's probably Emery and Gerber, right? Like 2007.
Oh, Darth Gerber. Remember him with the Darth Vader mask? Yeah. I think you're right. It's been a while.
So he's done it before, right? Like, Swayman's obviously turned into a great goaltender down in Boston. So he's done it before, but he'll be expected to do it now and keep the team competitive, push him for another postseason spot. So I think it's for me, it's got to be Linus Ullmark.
So what are our options again, Wally? So run those down for me one time. We got Eller.
Yeah. So you got Nick Cousins,
Yeah.
David Perron, Claude Giroux, Linus Ullmark, Nick Jensen, Lars Eller. Those are your 6.
Well, obviously, Nick, for me, it's Nick Jensen. How he comes back, I think he's going to be fine because of his work ethic, but there's still a question mark. He was such a good player for Ottawa last year. Like, what he did with Thomas Chabot, and Chabot said it when we had him on the pod last week, just having Jensen he goes, I've been dying to have this type of stability for so long in my career. And we saw what happened when those two played with one another, Graeme. You had the stats. Analytically speaking, they were
they're top 10. They're top 10 in the league.
Yeah.
Before January. Yeah.
And it was so nice to see that. And I love the chemistry with those two. So Jensen's looking like he's not going to start the season, coming back from surgery. And you know what? You come back from surgery, I think you'll be fine. But still, there's a question mark there. And I do agree with you on Ullmark. It's he's never played over 49 games before. And you'd have to think he's going to probably have to be north of 50 this year, right? I would
assume. It seems like it's very rare for goalies to play more than 60 anymore. So, like, I think like 50, 55 would kind of be like the benchmark that he's trying to hit. But we'll see. Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
Who do you got, Wally? Who's your guy?
So I do agree with your Linus Ullmark because of the position. David Perron is interesting to me, and I'll tell you why. Like, I'm not concerned about Claude Giroux. I believe he's still a top 6 forward. I have no questions with him being there. Lars Eller, I really like as the 4th line center. He can play up the lineup if he needs to. Nick Jensen will come back. I think he'll be fine. He might be a little slower to get back in, but I believe defensively they're good enough without him at the moment. Nick Cousins, we know what he can do. I'm not convinced that David Perron is not a top 6 player. And the only reason, like, he looked really good in the playoffs. He didn't play for 41 games. He missed a lot of time last year. I think if he comes in healthy, he might be a guy that pushes into the top 6 and even top 9. Like, they've got an issue where they like to have Ridley Gregg and Pinto and Amadio kind of in that 3rd line. I'm not convinced it stays there. David Perron, where he fits into the lineup is interesting to me.
Who's coming out, Wally? If he's in your top 9, who are you removing? You're not removing my boy Amadio, are you?
No. But maybe, like, does Amadio move down? Like, there's going to have to be some decisions made to figure out where guys slot. And I just think David Perron is a higher quality player than the 4th line.
He is, for sure.
He was great in those playoff games.
Yeah, and he was
excellent.
And that line too, when he was playing with Cousins and Batherson, was on fire. Like, the puck possession time they had in the ozone was incredible. He's one of the best guys in the team at protecting pucks down low. He's a great competitor, still has the fire. Last year probably is a good thing because it saves a few odometers on the or a few miles off the odometers there. So he looks like he's in great shape. I saw him at the golf tournament. His legs are massive. Looks great. It's again, Wally, it's a good problem to have. There's going to be a ton of games jammed into this Olympic season this year. So you're going to have injuries. You're going to have guys going down. The nice thing about this lineup is you can slot guys up and down. You can there's probably 6 guys that can go up and down in this lineup, maybe more. Like Amadio can go up and down. Even Cousins, like Nick Cousins is able to go up from the 4th to the 3rd. Even sometimes like the second line. It's a nice problem to have. Who knows where Giroux's going to play? Who knows where Zetterlund's going to play? Who knows?
But that's a great part about Ottawa's roster right now is that you have that quality of depth down the lineup where you have guys like Greg Perron, Zetterlund, Giroux. They can slide up and down the lineup and play any role that you need them to.
And Travis Green,
the chat are annoyed. They believe that they just think I'm wrong. About Perron playing up in the lineup. DGL Perron can't get you to the playoffs. Why would he play in the top 6 then?
No, but like when guys are struggling, and it's inevitably going to happen, guy would go through a cold stretch. Like that's a guy that you could give an opportunity to. You're not saying he's going to play there the entire season on the second line or something, but he's a guy who could be a placeholder for like a week, 2 weeks if needed.
Quick shout out to Justin S, who just donated $27.99. Yak will go down to work on defensive skills. Spence will keep Jensen's seat warm. I think Jensen and Spence will share the role. Matt and Paolo and Clevin should stay together. I don't argue with any of those comments, but
good comments.
Thank you for the donation. Okay, so we're stuck on Ullmark is the biggest over 30 question mark. That's fair. We'll see how this plays out in camp, but there's no
I think Jensen with coming back from surgery, because it's a major surgery, so you want to see where he's at, and you got some guys pushing like Yakemchuk is, who knows when he's going to be ready. Spence looks like he's going to be a good addition to the right sides, and Jensen's on, like, who knows. It's the NHL. Balls are always interchanging, and there's always stuff. There's always internal competition going on, which is great. And I think there's one thing we can agree on: the Senators have some depth, and it's nice to see.
Good depth, as Jacques Martin used to say. Good depth.
Good depth. Good depth. What's the other one he said all the time? You
can't control that.
You can't control that.
You don't.
He would always Wally, respond. He would always answer questions, and at the end he'd be like, "No doubt, no doubt."
Yes, that's the one right there. Graham, there's no doubt we have great depth this year. There's no doubt we're going to work very hard. And he used to give it to us too. Like if we had a bad period, he had the same line every time. He'd come in, make us feel shame. He's like, the fans, they pay good money to see you guys play. You're letting them down, and there's people paying hundreds of dollars in those seats, and everyone's got their head down, and Jacques would just be berating us. Everybody thinks he was this calm guy, but he'd come in and lose his marble.
There is fire in Jacques Martin.
I love Jacques.
I used to love Jacques, just the way he would say some stuff sometimes. Always appreciated him. Okay, we're moving on. Yorkie, it's your turn to shine.
Oh, you're springing BEI on me. Hold on, Wally. Let me get my read.
We do it every show. I don't think it's as springing it on you.
Yeah. Here we go. BEI, our good friends. You know the ones helping to shape the Ottawa Valley. Well, right now they're looking for help. They need some great people to join their team. If you're a welder, laborer, mechanic, or concrete pro, BEI wants to hear from you. They've got positions for mobile welders, quality control techs, 4 persons, and more. BEI is a heavy civil contractor doing big things in both the public and private sectors. So if you're motivated, love working outdoors, and want to be part of a winning team, send your resume to hr@bonisherexcavating.com or visit their website, bonisherexcavating.com. BEI, as always, is helping to shape the Ottawa Valley.
And of course, this show proudly presented to you. This show is brought to you by Bet365. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary. Bet365. Download the app. Get in on the game. Use code NATION. Must be 19 or older. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, visit connectsontario.ca. Jake, hold on one sec. Just come back to us. Don't put this graphic up yet. And by the way, there's been a Tate McRae mention into our chat. So this show is basically on fire today. So it's Brady's birthday today. And of course, his son Ryder has turned 1 and Brady's turned 26. Happy birthday to the captain. I did find, I believe, a little bit of Brady dislike. I don't want to call it Brady hate on the Bet365 betting app. How many goals do you think Brady will score this year? So before I put it up on the, well, you can put up the odds. No, don't put up the odds yet.
Man,
Okay.
this is intriguing.
How many goals?
Okay, what did he get last year again? What
26?
Yeah, it was low.
26. He had a great year the year before. What was he 38 the year before? Something like that.
So he had in the last 4 years 30, 35, 37, 29.
But he had some injuries last year.
Well, he missed 10 games.
Okay. What's the benchmark? What's the benchmark here?
I believe this is completely insulting. 30.5. The over under is
that's easy.
30.5.
Hammer the over.
So
yeah,
like what? So if you put down $30 on the over, or sorry, $50, Jake, if I have the net, yeah. So today it would win you $93.47. That seems simple to me.
Well, let's put some money down on it.
Like,
do we have a coming in hot fine fund? We can we keep our money in the cup, take it out, and make a bet
every
here.
Show.
Okay, what are we going here? I like the bet too. Like
this seems like of all like this seems simple to me.
I see Brady easily getting like 30, 33 goals this year. So let's do it.
Do you not think Brady can push 40?
If he generates so much in terms of his shot volume that if he gets a little bit of shooter's luck and pucks just start going in for him, just on those goal mouth scrambles and everything else, he is fully capable of getting 40 to 50 if his shooting percentage spikes like 15% in 1 year. But it just stays under 10. But if he can get into that 13-15% range, like he is totally capable of having a 40-50 goal year. That won't be the standard, like that won't be the norm, but like he could totally get there.
We were talking about this yesterday or last show, Graeme. He's become a little bit more of a threat too from distance. Like he scored a few goals. For sure, yeah. Like his shots gotten better. He's one of the best, if not the best in the league in tight. Like you can't move him. He's great in front of the net. He's great at tipping pucks.
But he's Yorkie, like going to practices last year, like he is always one of the first guys on the ice, and he is always working on his shot before practice, before all the guys get out there.
You can tell.
He's always working on it. And it's something he's added to his toolkit. It's just he's gotten much better at it.
He's usually starting 3-on-3 in overtime where he's got some big goals. Yeah, he's gonna have first power play, end of the game when they're looking for goals. 3-on-3
winning goals. He leads I believe he owns the franchise record for most overtime goals.
Brady's a 90. Is he a 99 or a 98 birth year?
99.
He's a 90.
So he's born September 16th, and the cutoff day for the draft is September the 15th. So he went into the draft like almost a full year ahead, if you will. Quickly, you know what? We could take the $46 that Justin has donated today because he just popped in.
let it roll.
I gotta come back. Damn it, where is this thing? Oh, here we go.
Justin, we're letting it ride on Brady getting the over 30 goals. You in?
So Justin says the only thing scary is Ullmark's ability to stay fully healthy. Could Marilainen take some of the load? He showed promise last season, but playing 30 to 40 games is very different than 12. Plus, he's very young. Completely agree. Justin may be our new fourth co-host on the show, but he'd have to pay his way onto the show. But yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, thank you to Justin. So there's like I completely agree with him on Levy Marilainen. We'll see.
Justin paying for shoes, Joe's Open Bar. That's awesome. That's fantastic. That's so good.
That's not bad. Okay.
So are we doing it? I will throw down $50.
Well, yeah,
let's do it.
50 each.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. And then we'll just keep track over the course of the year. When he breaks the 30.5, we'll throw a little celebration party on the show.
Are you guys going to give me $50
each,
and I will put $150 down?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Done.
I don't know. I don't trust you, Yorkie. I've never seen your wallet.
That's because you're always over here drinking my bourbon, having my beers the other day. Like, how many of my Steagles did you take down after we won the show?
I had 2. I would have stayed for
delicious.
more, but you didn't invite me for dinner, so I left.
They were. Well, I kind of had a wedding the next day to do, and I had people in the house. You guys didn't get the hint. Like we're Laurel's pacing in the kitchen. Hey,
the whole entire family sitting over here on the patio furniture, waiting for us to leave.
Hey, how good were those Stiegels, by the way? Those are
that was good.
So good.
They were very good.
That's my new go-to. A nice Stiegel.
It is. Yeah, you know what? It's a very good beer. I prefer Simply Spiked, but it's a very good beer.
Oh, if I'm going,
done. Nice little plug.
Yeah, like a lime Simply Spiked, 100 all day long, 100%.
I will say the blueberry is probably my choice. The blueberry lemonade.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Try that. I've got like a truckload in my fridge downstairs. I gotta go. I haven't had the blueberry yet.
Wow, you had the truck show.
I like the lime.
There was one more thing. Now I completely off track and can't remember what it is. So can we just, because Graham's not here tomorrow, let's just have this quick discussion about Alex Formenton, because tomorrow Steve Staios should make a comment.
Okay.
After all this time, because tomorrow we finally know October the 15th they can sign any of the 5 players, and then they can play December 1st, if I'm not mistaken. Cleared to play December 1st. Just like people seem to think that I don't care if he plays or not. I don't believe the organization is going to sign Alex Formenton. And maybe Steve will say something tomorrow, although I'm not sure he will, because he still has time to try and trade his rights if he wants to do that.
Do you think anything, like he sort of reflected on it a little bit? Like he didn't say anything. He just deferred to the NHL, right? Once the investigation concludes and stuff.
Yeah, because he wasn't allowed to comment.
I know, but even still, like, I don't know. I don't know if he'll say anything different. I'm not expecting much.
He's going to have to, at one point, there's going to have to be a decision made.
Yeah.
And I fully believe that all 5 of them have every right to play and do whatever they want. They are not. They have not been guilty.
So how does it work? The Sens obviously still own his rights.
Yeah, they're the unique organization. This whole situation, because Pierre Dorian, the old regime, qualified him as a restricted free agent, and then he got suspended after that. So he's the only one. All the other organizations, the guys continued to play. Like another season and a half after Formenton. So they just let their contracts elapse. They didn't qualify them as players, so they lost their rights. So, there's already Carter Hart's the one that everybody's talking about. Lots of teams expressing interest in bringing him into the fold. He's already told Philadelphia he's going to pursue another opportunity elsewhere. So I don't know. I don't know. There's obviously interest in these players. So I don't know. Formenton hasn't played 3 years. That's the other part of it. Well, Formenton hasn't played in 3 years.
In the NHL.
No, but like, it's a fantastic skater. Don't get me wrong, like fantastic skater. But like to me, the issues in his game was processing the game at a high level. Defensive numbers weren't great. Offensive numbers, he creates exclusively off rush chances. So to me, in a sense, he's kind of like Matthew Joseph, another guy who's kind of bounced around a little bit, but like speed / burner guy who gets all his chances off isolated individual efforts.
Yeah,
and,
all that stuff is besides the point. I just don't believe the Ottawa Senators, or I almost feel like a Canadian team for that matter, will not deal with the distraction that comes.
No, for sure,
with those players,
for sure.
But
for me, I just don't know if there'll be interest in Formenton, because like the stuff that he needed to get better on is stuff that you can't, being away from the game for 3 years isn't going to help you.
But don't forget, like he's a very young player at that time too, Graham. Like that's
for sure.
Like he's not where Matthew Joseph's an older player right now that's not changing. Like he was a player that scored 18 goals at a very young age. He's a more fearless player than Matthew Joseph. I just remember him, like he's not afraid to take the puck to the net. Good penalty killer. Yeah, we'll see. Like I think he's an NHL player. I think of all the guys, it'll be. But
he's 26. He's 26 years old now. So I don't know. You lose those prime years of development.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I think Hart's going to sign with somebody for sure. I actually have a bet with my buddy. We got a nice dinner on the line. He says, no way anyone's signing Hart. And I said, someone's going to sign him.
I think you can extend that to Dubé and McLeod, right?
Well, Dylan Dubé wasn't fantastic, but he all those players, I think, except Carter Hart, struggled, I believe, under the weight of all of what was happening. Like, because Dylan Dubé, was he a 20 goal scorer on the cusp of being it?
He was
like
an
2 years
18 goal
before?
scorer. Yeah, 18 goal scorer, 45 points, and then he floundered in his last year.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is with Michael Andlauer and all of them always just trying to make sure they have the right locker room mix, I just don't believe that they're going to deal with the distraction that comes with Alex Formenton. It's not worth, like, he's not an elite top 6 player. And I feel like there have been hints around it, and I just believe that's what's going to happen.
Well, also, and you look at Ottawa's roster right now, like they've got everything's pretty well set. Like they've got their guys. They've got their guys that are coming in fighting for those last couple spots in Kaliev and in Halliday and those other guys. Like this is the cast that Steve Stais, Dave Poulin and company have assembled, and they had success with this cast last year, and now they're going to try and see who those next 2 forwards are. And I agree with you. I don't think they are either.
Like, and again, Alex Formenton can play wherever he wants. He's like, as everybody walks out of jail free, you can go and do what you want. It's a little different in the NHL where they're a little more restrictive.
And maybe and maybe it'll be different after the first guy signs, right?
Yep, it might be.
The NHL,
they might play in the AHL for a bit and all that. Like, anyway, and if Alex walked into the dressing room tomorrow, I would talk to him. Like, he's fine to me. He's gone through, like, all that stuff is now behind them, or should be, and now they just have to deal with it as they move forward. Quickly before we go, I need to just quickly apologize. I was invited out to play golf today with Cassandra from the Ottawa Senators Foundation for the Ottawa Community Housing Golf Tournament. I was horrendous.
You golfed today?
Yes.
How'd you do?
Greyhawk.
Oh, nice track.
So, hey, even before we started, I switched over one of my head covers and I put Scooby-Doo on because I thought that'd be a little more fun. We get up and everybody's in their carts and they're like, just quickly, anybody lose a Scooby-Doo head cover? My Lord, Wally, why did we start this? Somebody asked what we shot, and we were like 6 over on a best ball tournament.
That's all right. That's all right.
So the guy I played with from last year, he won last year as the most honest golfer in the group. So that should tell you the quality of group we were in. So I apologize, but it was.
So we were playing yesterday in an Ottawa Fire tournament, charity tournament, out at Bannerley. And we were on, probably about our 12th hole. And, pranks happen. One of the guys unlatches my bags off the cart. Cart pulls away. Bag drops. Yeah. I'm like, okay. Make the walk of shame back. Go pick up my bag. I pick it up. My driver goes limp. And it's in 2 pieces.
No.
Yeah.
You broke your club.
Well, that's what I said. I'm like, the guys were chuckling until I picked up my bag. And I'm like, you guys broke my club. Anyways, it turns out, so like, all the guys from my station were golfing behind us in two separate groups. And they're just like, oh my God. Anyways, it turned out it wasn't any of them. It was one of the guys playing with me. It was my station captain who broke it. So it's just.
Oh, the station captain.
Yeah.
You can't even do anything about it.
No, he's like, oh, I'll buy you a new shaft. It's okay.
What kind of driver is it?
It was a Ping.
Okay.
Ping G35. Yeah.
That's a nice club.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I
mean, it's closing in on 10 years, but yeah, time for an upgrade.
A 10-year-old driver? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 8 years old. So due for something. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I know we got to get out of here just quickly. Justin, who has he chimed in one more time, so I just feel like at $28. Who are we paying attention to? I got my eyes locked on Boucher and Wally. I shot a 68 at Dragon's Fire yesterday. Well, congrats on the 68 because that's impressive. We'll be back tomorrow.
I'd say it's a nice humble brag, but he paid $28 for
it. I love it. Good for him.
Yeah,
a 68's impressive.
68's impressive. Nice job.
I barely break 90. This is, by the way, the first time I played 18 holes all season, unlike Yorkie.
Well, you're not. There's no way in hell you're breaking 90 if you play legit golf.
I have played legit. You know what?
Yeah,
I actually played very well with you.
but you can't do bush drops when you're golfing and like
I didn't do a bush drop playing
taking
with
a mulligan time.
That's not at all what happened.
Legit
Bust
golf.
out the breakfast ball.
Okay, we'll have a round. We'll play at the Royal. We're gonna have a wager here. We're gonna play the rules of golf the way they're meant to be played. We'll play from the. We'll play from the blue tees. There's no way on earth you're breaking 110.
Are the Blues the closest ones?
middle of the pack. We're playing blue tees.
Yeah,
and we'll do it at 110. I'll say 110 is the number.
Okay, and what happens?
What's the wager if you don't break 110?
Yeah.
Oh, what would you like to play for? Oh, you're definitely not cooking me dinner, like that's for sure. We'll play for a nice. We'll play for a dinner out at the winner's choice.
Nice.
Okay. Well, is Graeme invited?
Yeah, and Graeme comes too. So Graeme, you're just getting dinner no matter what.
Sounds good.
You gotta come. You gotta come dressed as an umpire. Umpire this. Just come with a counter.
Just come with a sign that says quiet. I'll hold up a sign that says quiet, or I'll just dress up in white and carry his clubs or something.
You'd be my cat.
Right. Can you break one? Can you break 110?
Me?
No, Wally.
Oh, Wally. Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
Wally. Come on.
Listen, I played with you. I was pretty good.
All right. Okay.
No.
All right.
We'll see. All right, we're back tomorrow after Steve Stais and Travis Green speak. We will see you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Everybody, thanks for joining us. Justin, thanks again for all the donations. Yeah. We will get those off to a charity. Appreciate all of you. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
See you, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to Coming In Hot. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to never miss an episode.